Hello everybody. In the last lecture we've learned how to create a function, but we do not know how to pass more than one argument to the function, how to create a function with multiple parameters. Before we do that, imagine a problem like that. We want to count the area of the rectangle. How to count the area of the rectangle? Well, we need the size of both sides of the rectangle, right? So side 1 and side 2. And we just need to multiply side 1 by side 2, and this is gonna give us as a result the area of the rectangle. So we need two parameters in the function that is gonna count the area of the rectangle. Okay, so let's define it. Define, then the name of the function. Name of the function should be self-descriptive. So I think we should call it area rectangle, right? After that, we open the parentheses, close the parentheses, and then add the colon. And inside the parentheses, we should define the parameters. In order to create more than one parameter, we need to use the sign like that, okay? So here we're gonna type side 1 and then side 2. If you wanted to have more than one parameter, we will just add another sign like that and as many as you want. But well, we need only two sides to count the area of rectangle, so we're gonna leave it like that. You could call your variables also like that, right? It really depends on you what you want to use here, but I think that names should always be self-descriptive. In case of math operations like that you can easily use A and B, because well, normally when you learn math, you call the side of the rectangle A and the second side of the rectangle B. That's the common thing to do, right? So maybe A and B is good idea too in that case, but we'll use the side 1 and side 2. So now we need to count somehow the area of rectangle. So we need to multiply the side 1 by side 2, right? And that's all. Well, let's see. If we wanted to invoke the area of rectangle, we need to use the name of the function. So area of rectangle, and then we need to send the arguments. So for example, 2 and 8. So from here, we jump here, we assign to side 1 2, to side 2 8, and then we multiply 2 by 8 and it's equal to 16. But when we run the module, you will notice that as the result we have nothing. Why? Because, well, we multiplied these values and we did it properly, and the result is 16, but it would look like that. So that 16 is just like in the space, right? It was not assigned to anything, it was not returned, it was not printed, it's just like that here. So if you want to show it, we need to, for example, print it. There are other ways to show it, but we'll talk about it in the next lecture. So we can print, run the module, and as you can see now we have as a result 16. You need to always remember about having the same amount of arguments sent to the function as there are parameters defined here. So we have here 2 and 8. If we did it like that, we're gonna have an error like that, missing one required positional argument, side 2. He's expecting us to send second argument, which is not here, so we've got an error, right? So always the same amount of argument as parameters, and they should be in the same order, right? So 2 is gonna be assigned to side 1, 8 is gonna be assigned to side 2. In the same order the arguments are passed, they are assigned. As an exercise, I would like you to make a function that we count the area of triangle. Okay, that's all the lesson. Thank you very much. And as always, if you have any questions, feel free to ask.